I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Like, it's gonna be, again, probably like a lot of people are saying that, 2016 Doom is the superior one. And still a lot of people enjoying the current one. Same as it was with Eternal and stuff, probably. Some people will always complain, some people will be fine with that. Nothing new. Nothing new. Puzzler Fest for games that need a push. Then the Steam Box Pushing Fest. There's that much stuff for pushing them boxes there. A Patrick's a Potter box. No one we even saw before, I feel. Just install the demo from there too. That's kinda nice, that's kinda nice. Steven's sausage roll. Damn son, the gaming. Eternal was a bit too much for you. Well, I mean, yeah, it like if you don't need to like dodge like stuff and like running in that field of different orbs flying, while still parrying some of them or something. Because in Eternal you already kind of had like a whole bunch of fiesta going on. It wasn't exactly bullet hell, but it was kind of enemy hell, I guess, that you needed to kind of like jump all over the place, run all over the place. Like you stop, you die, basically. That's how it was. It was alright, even though like on Nightmare that was kind of stressful in a way. Like I still haven't played the DLCs even, because I just know that they're even harder and I kind of don't want to go Nightmare because of that. But kind of don't want to go on lower difficulty because I did the Nightmare in OG, so that's why I'm kind of got stuck without even playing those DLC. I even own them and everything. We'll see. Maybe I'll do kind of like quick like normal difficulty or something playthrough on those just for the lore. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing the YouTube. We'll see if they will send it or not. We'll see. Ton of systems and constant switching weapons, yeah. I mean, we'll see how it'll be here. Like, whatever they probably so far were showing, that was probably, like, on, like, the average normal difficulty and stuff. Like, Eternal on normal and stuff, you also could ignore probably a lot of things. And maybe on the mega difficulty in this one, you also will need to kind of, like, go full dancing mode with enemies there. Yeah, this one is literally the mega puzzling one. Not exactly usually my kind of genre, though. Then the Long Dark at 90%. Insane. Less than $2. Alien Day 2025. They've got the whole special day for them. Sins of Solar Empire. 7 Days to Die on sale too. A Monster Hunter. The previous ones. Wilds, I assume still not. Wilds, I assume still not. Tender Magnolia is good stuff too. Maybe Yurik of Boktar. Is it already released? Did it 1.0? A world cheaper than Ride, yeah. Still not 1.0, but I think it's soon, right? Was it? 1 week remain. Oh, yeah. Out of early access soon. Ekarakulelo. Yeah, a lost chance looks like to buy 1 week left. So I guess it's already in a week it's gonna be. No, after 1st of May they increase in the price. Okay, I see. Now, May 1st you get already increased price. Before May 1st you still get lower price and all the goodies there. Insane. Fobo. Get it. That's going Karakura. Magic Runestone. Damn, the insane booba bait there. See how it is. I'll see how it is. So kind of like that. The Vampire Survivor-ish, but with booba and with more action, I guess. See how it is. Game comes with the survivors mode, or one game double the fun. A Runestone Seeker bundle. What? Magic Runestone. Magic Runestone. Huh? Artifact Seeker Resurrection. The fuck is a Magic Runestone then? It's still the same, alright. Like, what does this bundle do, huh? The magic book there too. Yeah, the Tainted Grail stuff is also releasing, which is also something that would be kind of nice to play. I did play it in early access when it was just out. It was actually kind of cool. And now it is gonna be out too. Another RPG. That also means probably like quite a chunky one there. That you probably will down a lot of time into. No, really, Thermask? Interesting. Interesting. I wanted to get that grim dark stuff going there. Yeah, I did play it in early access. That's kind of alright. Yeah, you're past your dark fantasy phase. I see. Yeah, they were in general really nice. They were pretty much also like offering the sponsor stream back then in early access. And I was like, back then it was still, you know, when I was home and everything, and I was like, yeah guys, I kind of don't really have methods, you know, to accept payments and stuff at the moment. But I'm down to play it anyway. For free. Because the game was interesting, and it was. So it'd be kind of interesting to play it again, now that the full version. But like, we'll see, dude. Like, the 23rd of May has also like Doom is happening, you know, the KCD still going, Claire Obscure now also with IRL streams, and like with moving to another country probably also gonna take some time until like middle of May for sure. So like, dude, so much stuff, so little time. Already haven't had any day offs, you know, since, I don't know, like month, 2 ago or something. Yeah, there is still not enough time. Still not enough time. Yeah, the Rogue Trader DLCs keep pumping till like in that one I also need to hope at some point. Because that totally is my jam. First-person horror adventure. Nightmarish realm teeming with grotesque forms and ominous visuals. Nick attempts to make Scorn at home. Doesn't look Scorn style though. The Big Shinsky style doesn't look like it though. Something else. Damn, not even owned by Ellie yet. Didn't get the approval seal. Yeah, that kind of tries to do it. Kind of tries to be that. Amiga reviews there. Yeah, KCD2 I'm not even touching for now. KCD2 I'm not even touching. It's KCD1 still. That one is already like nearing 100 there, so... And there is still DLCs and stuff. Kind of more or less dealt with side things already, at least though. Almost. Shouldn't be that much of that. Do be some dang shit right here. Got the demo too. Straightforward small interactive story, I see. A visual book. 2 hours. I guess $8. I guess, yeah, some people have some more time though. I guess do be quite small though still. Why not? Why not? Seems interesting. See the most I say. Huh? I feel it's just because it's easier to do it like in like the low poly style and stuff like that. Just making some like dark, grimy, fucked up shit is like way easier in like sort of PS1 graphics and stuff. Like with dirty textures and stuff, you know, low res, low poly and all that. It's just kind of easier to make fucked up things like that rather than some dank and beautiful things, I guess. And with such limitations, huh? Through window through, huh? And the insane gooing, eh? Can't play it offline. $30 on Steam, $10 Apple and Android stores, I see. Insane mobile porting, dude. And always online. That's an interesting one. Given full DRM mode. What is this one? Co-op gaming. Puzzle adventure game that you can only play with 2 players. Take on the role of a spaceship exploration crew trying to escape from the red planet he crash landed on. Then the friends Hever's gaming again. Special demo. Players must communicate with each other to play this game. If not playing in the same location, need another communication method such as voice chat. Let's see. The game itself does not provide separate communication method. Can play with insane randoms. Everyone forgot that. Like a lot of people, I feel like, you know, like nostalgic for that are mostly coming for you all those like the dank mega horrors and stuff like that, you know. It's just easier. It's just easier to make it that way. And to make it all low poly, all low res and stuff. Add all the blood and gore. Done. And don't need some sort of crazy style going. You want to make it like a beautiful and everything in low poly. That already requires some dang style and everything. I'll probably also like end up with some sort of like the concrete core, you know. Or some like orange everywhere post-apocalyptic stuff, I would assume. Especially with my levels of skill. That's where I would end up. That's where I would end up. Coming horror that goes from isometric to first person. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. The Polish developers one. I forgot the name. But yeah, I know which one you mean. It's been some time in terms of updates. The Shadow of the Colossus, Morrowind and all that stuff. I mean, true. But that's tricky. That already requires you to do something like cool and everything, right? I need to have some sort of like style, taste and stuff for those, huh? Especially for something like Morrowind, Some dank imagination. That's what kind of like Dread Delusion did, for example, right? Kinda. But it's way easier to just, you know, like slop some gore and stuff and blood everywhere. Done. That is easier. Even though I think kind of like making like those like fleshy, bony and other like environments is also kind of tricky though, I have to say, to make them good, I think that's also tricky. To get this like Giger and Big Shinsky style, you know, that kind of thing, like in Scorn. I mean, you need to kind of like sort of repeat it, but I mean, it ain't that simple to repeat it good, The arbitrary resolution. Got weebs and foodies and everyone. Insane. Got a little bit of everything. And the beautiful non-gore game if they wanted to, probably. But like the low poly, like the PS1 style, you know, it quite associated, I think, with like all the horror stuff and everything like that. Like the Kings, like all the Kingsfield likes all try to go for the same like atmosphere, right? Belittling Dane games? I'm not belittling them. Why would I? Why would I? I play them. Why would I belittle them? Oh, the Fatal Fury going. Very positive, Oh, this one's back again. Lunacy is pretty chill setting wise. Well, yeah, it doesn't have like the gore and the wolves and stuff like that. Not really, yeah. But that it doesn't. At least. Well, I mean, if going like completely extreme with like the gore and stuff everywhere, then it's not that crazy many of those, I guess. There's still a bunch of like just kind of like dungeons, you know, just some rock textures and everything without anything crazy going on. Old and moss covered, I say. No, I mean, Lunacy has have plenty of that, that's for sure. That's for sure. Those list, could that be? 3D action game. And more Weeb Mecha stuff. What is it? One after another. Then there's also like Demon X Machina coming soon-ish, sorta. Everyone's farming mecha endurers there. Gick på det bara då. Yeah, we're doing. Way to dankness there too. Farming them streaks. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If not for the weird weeb part. And the ghost in the machine, yeah. Angry Feather, hello. A dole's a nest. Man, this one's kind of farming too, even. Even though not like the overwhelmingly. When people even complaining about. Yeah, early access, not early access, rather, alright. They're farming clowns, brother. Demon souls have an old armor core. Insane. Thunderfolk with weird control scheme, eh? Without rebinding and stuff. Classic. At least until major patches, alright. Clunky unbalanced, alright. Crash prone, poorly optimized, eh? 2025 gaming, man. The 2025 gaming. A doll's nest. Typical 2025 gaming looks like. Well, there is the Thunderfolk. A shared turn-based tactical RPG adventure. Oh yeah, where your phone becomes the controller. Inspired by gathering around table with friends. A built couch co-op experience in mind. 4 players adventure across the magical and dangerous Sunderlands. You hate that? I see. Where's the couch co-op stuff though? No, this one actually pumping though. This one actually pumping. In terms of reviews, The front slope, damn son. Controller is already your controller, yeah. Nice portable dice. The headphones work. 50 buckaroos though. Now that's chunky. That's chunky. Let's see what I say. Well said, basically, I guess, yes, you all play together and on one screen, and then four people can join. They scan QR code. It does seem kinda big, yeah. Not enough lonely gamer games, yeah. The friend slope, man. Always the friend slope. Where is the solo slope? The solo slope. No, this one is out. That was a demo on Next Best, right? This one doing alrighty. Still yet to play the Beholder, man. I started planned for a while. And the serious spin-off. Conductor of the Determination Bringer train. Single player games are dead, yeah. Submit the live service. You know, live service is also not that friendly to solo gamers, you know. Adinkum. Got this one out for a while already. Guess early access. The craft one. Survival life sim. Another one. Yeah, it was out for a while already. Unreal Engine games that went smoothly. Was basically a WoW than Unreal Engine, right? That one was pretty smooth, I would say. What else did we have that was kind of running well on Unreal Engine? Let's see, so let's see. Tempest Rising? Oh, Tempest Rising also. Hey, Steve. People complaining about the WoW. I think it was mostly not about performance, though. Mostly. Or there was something maybe, but not. I think it was actually kind of alright. Considering my potato was like running that one, no problems whatsoever. That I think is kind of good, huh? Yeah, Tempest Rising do be running pretty good, huh? And what else did we have there? It's easy to say like which recent games had like no problems with performance, like crashes and other tech stuff, and then out of those you already pick the ones that actually had Unreal Engine. Because then there's like KCD, then that is not Unreal Engine. Cats and Seek, damn, another one. Another one. And they just keep pumping. Wait, Cats and Seek, that's a different one. Cats Around Us, yeah, that's another series I think already. Was Kazan on? Oh, not sure actually. But yeah, KCD is on CryEngine though. So there's now even more cat farmers, looks like. Everyone farms them cats, dude. Kazan was Unreal Engine 4. Yeah, there were some games on Unreal Engine 4 that actually like runs pretty good. True. Exorcist Simulator. Cat Still No Color, yeah. Immersive, oh, multiplayer horror, damn, another. More friends slope. Dance game. Goes to Unreal Engine 4, I see. Kingdom's Deck. Yeah, more deck city builders, yeah. That could be kind of nice. The publisher that publishes a bunch of the kind of like smaller ones and really cheap ones too. Private military manager. The tactical auto battler. CEO of PMC. Damn son. Recruit mercenaries and develop mercenaries according to their roles and characteristics. Observe how mercenaries perform in combat and plan your tactics to ensure mission success. Just plan some war. Early access though. Never dig builders, eh? Before there is something already. Just in different stores, you know. Like you got the actual deck builder where you build the deck, so you never know. And maybe there are some. You don't really build them either, yeah. A Badlands crew. A battle wagon to conquer crazy enemy factions. Insane mud marks in there. Insane mud marks and stuff. Actually kind of seemed like it could be alright there. Could be. The fumes at home. What's up with fumes even? Haven't seen that one. The Quidditch arena, yeah. It's the post-apocalyptic Quidditch there. Yeah, with cars, The engine was generally pretty good, I think so, yeah. Back then everyone was shitting on the Unity instead. Nowadays, not exactly. A Warfare Legacy Collection. Fully remastered. Includes the Battle of the Bulge. Insane. A Battle of the Bulge, but with actual Furies and stuff. And that would be the remaster. That would be the remaster. Seems might be interesting. Icaria. Would that be a robot colony builder? Everything can be programmed then. Factories design logistics networks, terraform the landscape, explore an unknown alien world. Can even do the coding on top of that too. Insane. The Better Decay, that sounds familiar. That sounds familiar. Did we see this one? I think we did. I think we did. Yeah, dystopian RPG. I remember. I do remember. The Grey Core. My favorite. Yeah, we seen for a while ago actually, I think. As the kinship mixed with something someone said, I remember. See what I say, huh? But it's all just grey. All just grey. My insane concrete core. I need the concrete skies and stuff. Like in Metal Garden. That was the vibey world there. The world of concrete. See what must guys say, huh? Damn, Wuthering Waves on Steam also. Then Weeb's invading hard now. Someone even wishlisted already. What the fuck? The Weebs are trying to get all the boys to get more whales on board, I guess. Yeah, looks like it. It's like first out of kind of like big gacha games, I guess, on Steam. Oh, Epic already farming like Genshin and everyone for a while. You know, like some smaller ones on Steam, but this kind of first high-profile one, I guess. Just prepare soon. Like all the new and trending stuff will be some different shades of gacha shit there. AD Garde, should that be? Co-op RPG inspired by Norwegian and Sami folklore. Shapeshift into enemies. The animals that claim plague ravage farms. Some like Valheim at home. Similar to Kingdom Come. That's an interesting one. And also with co-op and stuff. More friends loop. And the online co-op. Subway Sim 2. It's familiar. The logo on this one, oh yeah, Airsoft, I see, I see. The Airsoft with Sims there. I think I had some stuff from them also that I wanted to play. Something was there. Let's go full insane simulation mode. On the peak German gaming. Three most picturesque underground lines in Germany. Picturesque underground lines. That does sound interesting. But you see that underground, dude. I guess it's like those that do have some surface stuff though, but still. Then the rest gonna be different game or the DLCs or something. Gotta farm. Two in Berlin and one in Hamburg, eh? The Hamburg's harbor, then. Gonna see Guaki there working the crane. Insane. See any hidden gems? Oh yeah, I see already. I see the hidden ones there. And the dotted gems. And the blueprints in the end kind of going already. People initially kind of molded out about RNG, but then I guess everyone already didn't care too much. Just kept playing. It did kind of farm. Damn, this one's going ham too. Initially everyone was like, well, it's kind of just the same survival stuff. Why? Yeah, that seems kind of like it's looking pretty good. TPP for this, I see. This one doing quite well, looks like. Seems like also need to have some friends, you know. As friends, slope is probably better. And early access. Maybe one day. And mods are asleep. The road mapping. Needs content. Now the dungeon seems the same, I see. Yeah, I wonder what's exactly like, you know, the at the end game for people then. Awaited the Eastern Europe GTA game. I think I know which one you mean. I think I seen one. I don't remember the name though. It's newish. Yeah. I think I do know that. I think I do know which one you mean. I forgot the name though. Nah, I think I see like just the meme stuff basically. The meme stuff I seen. That I seen. Oh, let me open actually the browser stuff already. One sec. Yeah, we do have all them news there. Browser, open up. Get all the tabs out. VOD Slovakia? Yeah, I think so. That's the only one I can think about. Unless you like about Trolley U, but that's not exactly GTA though. That one I might play actually. No, I will probably. But like demo and stuff maybe. Maybe. But we'll see. Building up to slay the dragon. I mean, I guess looks like it, yeah. For now at least. And drive beyond horizons. Early access also. And then a lot of reviews there. In March. Oh, okay. I see. We've seen this one, I guess. And my summer car at home. Yeah, it was like, it seemed kind of like the meme fiesta, but didn't seem like that crazy. Crazy Poga, I guess. Yeah, this dankness we've seen before. Insane gaming, dude, huh? You had enough of the other driving games there. And you can go full meme mode, huh? And the drive likes, yeah. Some drive likes are kind of nice though. And this one probably is kind of nice. Actually, reviews are kind of decent though. I think this keep bumping also. Hotfixes. Oh, the multiplayer also. There you go. And the van you can upgrade. Well, looks like you just replace the cars. Maybe you can actually. Like with multiplayer, how does that work? Everyone has their own car. And you do end up building it all up yourself there. So it does seem kind of alrighty. Fatal Fury just saw. Those Nest just saw. Steel Seed apparently is kind of decent. Hey, Zebrello. Then that's some dank reviews on this one. And not even early access in the end. Not bad. There is some sort of like insane speedrunning mode there and stuff. And some challenges also with prizes and stuff. And the Mega Combat. Yeah, these are some pretty good reviews there. Similar to Pacific Drive, huh? I could see previous one being similar. The insane My Summer car there. But this Pacific Drive, not so sure, man. Yeah, not so sure, Gaben. Thunderfolk just saw. Of the assembly. Build and fly your own airplane. missions to earn money, upgrade your plane, discover new locations in open world. Damn, son. Some pumping some crazy reviews on this one. Pumping some good reviews on this one there. Similar to Expeditions. The dang contraptions, yeah. Need to kind of make it work also. You can't just go full dang shit. I'm going full jets and stuff there. Well, actually, I guess you can dink it up a little there. If you really want to. Seems interesting. And reviews do be pumping, even in early access. And the price is nice too. All the endless missions, People just want to work. People just want to work. Best $10 I've ever spent. Great for plane lovers. I fly planes IRL, then I come back home and play some simulation games. Hell yeah, brother, let's go. Now, what were you from? Beholder conductor just saw. A Replicube. Open-ended programming puzzle game. / toy. Writing code to replicate 3D voxel-based objects. Solve puzzles, pursue leaderboard glory, make art to share with the in-game community. Das super voxel art. And the mega code even. Just basically the goal to like build something very dink. Yeah, with just the code, what can you create in that cube there? There it is. Gotta practice them code there. What are you? Are you actually resting in your free time? Come on, it's 2025. You gotta be on the Sigma grind set. And grinding as fast as possible into the burnout, man. Let's go. 2025 life. Outworld Station. It's like from the Outworld Trading Company or something, devs. Somehow like the font and stuff familiar. And get the factory automation in this one, I say. No, not really. A Battle Royale trader they made. An Arc Runner. A Battle Royale trader sounds important. Gotta train for those. The training for them watches. Gotta train for that stuff. Nothing super crazy. Ooh, recently updated. What's with Songs of Silence there? 40% discount. What is up with this one? It already released 1.0 in November even. Digital art book. Update 1.3, so they still kind of pumping after 1.0. I see how they did it, alright. I mean, getting quite better though. Solid game, and the DLC is $7, not bad. Product refunded. Alright, I respect that. I respect that. Refunded after 0.2 hours. The most beautiful and the most sweaty one. Kinda true. Boring, empty. It's the fantastic gameplay is fun. I mean, kinda. It was very excited for this one, but when it was out, it was just kind of like, like it's beautiful and stuff. But then when you play it, actually, kind of like everything was feeling more or less the same, though, and not in the boogie woogie way, I guess. Maybe I'll return. Maybe I'll return at some point now with 1.0 and everything. And the art and the music were really nice. Then the gameplay itself ended up being kinda not that crazy, Poga. I need to find time to get this one going. This one also got some updates recently. This one already got 1.0 release first of all, and now some updates recently also. And this is gonna be dang shit. Been some time. Been some time. I wonder what was last time I played, huh? I think on early access release, basically, I think I did, huh? October 2022, alright. Got some DLCs and stuff, even. Gotta find time, gotta find time. It's gonna be some dank memes, huh? Like early access already was, huh? Full of dankness there. Like good kind, eh? Now with 1.0 probably even better. Yeah, that's some fun shit. Yeah, sorry. Alright, let's get to them news then. What is up there? Thank you. How's Declare Obscure going here, actually? Seems like pretty good, eh? Anyone actually molding or something? What would be the molding about this one, I wonder even? I could see some people complaining about the QTEs and stuff, though. Yeah. Very timings, alright. In turn-based game. And I can kinda see that. I can kinda see that. Game content also beauty sexual content. Monka is. The QTE stuff, I could at least see the criticism, that's for sure. Can't even tricky to find that way. Even tricky to find it. She just sorted it out, I guess, but I thought it will show some faster. If I manage to play Dune, I will just play it. That's it. That's Dune. Yeah, QTEs again. Didn't have issues with Mario RPGs at Lost Odyssey with their QTEs. Yeah, you can switch. I just didn't expect it to be like that much digging there. Do turn-based RPGs, but I do not love this. I assume it's also gonna be probably the same. The same stuff there. Yep, rhythm games again. Yep. Somehow Ubisoft is getting shit on also. Catching some strays there. QTEs, yep. Baguette Fantasy, damn son. Yeah, outside of QTEs, I can't even see like people, you know, complaining about anything really, which makes sense. It's kind of hard, like the topic in general. In my opinion, like the pure turn-based is just better. I don't know. Like, do you need it? Like, would it be like worse if it wouldn't have all the QTEs whatsoever? Like, if it would be just kind of like, you know, like the mind games instead of the reaction games. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's kind of nice, like seeing also like when I saw like the Square and the Final Fantasy trending on Twitter, and I'm checking like what the fuck they did do there, and apparently everyone was just shitting on them that, you know, like take it Square, you know, like he said, like people don't want turn-based games. There's turn-based games for you. The problem is, like, would you even classify this one really that much of a turn-based game? Like, I mean, sure, there's like a break between actions, right? So it is turns. But like, I think with all those QTEs, especially on defense, it's kind of more action game, honestly. I would say. Like with attacks, that's kind of fine. It's just like little difference in terms of damage. That's not that big of a deal. But on defense, it's like you either get all the damage or you get no damage with like parries and dodges, right? So it's kind of like not something you can just remove or something from the game. Another one. Combat system, yep, alright. Ability to negate every incoming attack with a very tight dodge parry window. Yep, another one. Alright, someone complaining about the ultra wide. It's like low-key Halo playing there, looks like, I see. Says the first non-QTE complaint, I guess. It requires perfect parry and dodge to beat bosses, alright. I mean, obviously, like, the general consensus is that it's good, so... Require parry timings to be so precise in turn-based game, alright. The most of the people are kind of fine with that, though, still. Like, I'm also kind of fine with that, but, like, in general, not a big fan of, like, the trend where it goes with that. Like, a lot of games try to add that. I don't like that. I don't like that. In my turn-based, you know, the favorite one is the turn-based. Like, when it's all about kind of like the more about the mind games rather than any reaction stuff there. Turn-based soul-like, almost unplayable, bust buddy. There it is. 20% turn-based strategy and 80% parrying. Hard constrained damage at 999 and massively inflated enemy HP. Yeah, so far only one non-enjoyer of the wide resolutions, or the enjoyer of resolutions and non-enjoyer of how the game handles it. And everyone else is just the QTE complaints. Which in general, like, considering the reception of the game, like, in general everyone likes that. Everyone doesn't mind that, at least. Kind of don't mind the mixture, I guess, of the genres, but the overall, I would rather turn-based to be turn-based, personally. For me personally, I could see where the people with complaints about QD is coming from. About the tightness of the windows even, I would just rather not have that whatsoever. Like, if you have it, I don't mind kind of trying to get good at it, you know. But I would rather just have the full, pure turn-based. And come down to the genre. It would be kind of interesting also to see if there will be just purely turn-based with such, you know, kind of like production value and everything with the music and everything. Like, would it suffer at all if it's just purely turn-based without action component? Or it was like, you know, Final Fantasy partially true, partially right about it. That you still kind of need some action for people nowadays, and just pure turn-based is not gonna cut it. I'm just curious if we're gonna see that. Well, I mean, outside of like something like Baldur's Gate and stuff, right? It's kind of different. I mean, like in JRPG genre, sorta. And this one's going ham, man. It's mostly on the QT, not enjoyers, huh? Everyone else is loving it. That's good though. That's really good. It is nice. It is really nice. I like it. Oh shit, Panda. I'll come back to the dungeon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. How we doing, man? How are you doing? No, the news time. Let's go. Whoop, ain't that crazy much this week though. As literally everything gets more and more expensive, Everspace 2 devs say screw it, let's make our upcoming DLC cheaper. Now that's a turn. There. With events happening in the world, seems like everything's getting more expensive and there's a lot of uncertainty in general. As said events could perhaps be in reference to certain men in certain position of power enacting baffling tariffs, though I could be reading a smidge too deep between the lines here. As such, well, the initial plan was for Wrath of the Ancients to be priced at $30. That's quite the DLC price in there, then. It will now only be $25. Quite a nice little reduction. Previous bit of DLC Titans is also being lowered from 15 to 12, eh? Yeah, I would say it is still kind of expensive, 25 for DLC. I mean, I don't know how massive it is, of course. Yeah, Panda. Yeah, I agree with you. In that one. With that one, can the bourgeois whatever just consume all the body though? Can that happen? If you take too long, but yeah, that is kind of like also like what I don't really like. Like on one hand, it's nice, right, that you can just kind of like skill it out in environments, absolutely. But at the same time, yeah, I really don't like that you can just kind of like pretty much avoid any like building, any kind of like, you know, interactions, 5-heading and stuff, statuses, just by dodging and parrying stuff. That's it. That's it. It's not really like bad per se, it's just different, right? Like I would personally prefer just like the pure, clear, you know, straightforward turn-based. That is kind of like my jam. Like turn-based game, I just like, you know, playing like slowly, eh? Without like, you know, trying to be super focused and stuff. You just like do the turn, yup or something, you know, do another turn without the need to focus on things. If you evade everything for 300 turns, well, I mean, that's a bit of an over-exaggeration there, right? But yeah, sorta. Like, you deserve that win, but you deserve it like from the action game perspective then, in my opinion, rather than, you know, kind of like it would be nice if it would be something that, like, as increase in attack, it's also, like, decreases the damage you take, for example. Instead of full dodge, right? Full avoid. That I think would be kinda alright. I still probably would rather have like that, you know, like only in specific kind of like setting mode, whatever, you know. Just you want to like at the start, you know, you want classic turn-based, you want some kind of like modern, you know, action turn-based. How you prefer playing, you know, this kind of stuff. I would just go probably with classic, to be honest, personally. And a lot of RPGs nowadays, they already do all this like rhythm things going, and it's just kind of like, if I want rhythm stuff, I will play rhythm stuff, you know. Or I'd rather not, because I don't really like those. Let's see, what's with those DLCs there? So this one is not out yet over me. I see. Titans, mixed reviews, Maybe it wasn't that crazy, Massive repeatable encounters, The star systems. New enemies and a pile of loot to collect. 2 exciting storylines packed with fresh gameplay mechanics alongside a cast of new and returning characters. Looking at 57% positive, maybe not missing out if you skip this one, alright. Great game, this DLC is pretty underwhelming, not a lot of content. So poorly done that if you complete an objective, such as destroy a target while the NPCs ramble on for eternity with no option to skip, then when they finally tell you to do said objective, it isn't there and the game is broken. Makes you redo 30 minutes of dialogue because of this trash. Let's see. Makes the bug. Skip this DLC. If they're gonna be selling something like that for 25 bucks, that doesn't sound like a good offer, really. And 5% discount is not gonna save that, really. Streamer played an hour of marathon early before Bungie cut him off. It's a marathon, not a race. Damn, already. Now it's all just available to stream, right? I think. Was it even like any pog, any hype about it? Anyone's still even playing that stuff now? Because I guess that was when I was IRLing, sorta. So I completely missed that even. Stream lasted over an hour until servers went down. And Bomber Boys was booted out from even the menus. Bungie's death squads. Fixed issue where some Xbox players were able to access closed alpha playtest early. Players with closed alpha access will be able to join April 23rd. But it needs to disappear. Then they didn't even ban him on Twitch or something for that. Insane. That is very nice of them. That is very nice of them. Diablo 4 Season 8 is all about becoming a boss and cosplaying characters from Berserk. I wish they hadn't put the Lord of Schnoz though. So I got insane crossovers there going. Belial returns, Abilities based on 24 bosses across Sanctuary, and they all come with a couple of effects, main one and a modifier. Boss power is Avarice's Explosive Ore. The main ability allowing you to spawn a piece of ore when you acquire excess primary resource. 2.5 seconds, that ore blows up, dealing a whopping 700% fire damage. It sounds like these will be pretty useful. Powers can be acquired at any level, but a few of them you'll need to be Torment 1 or higher. The latest Helltide color, yeah. A new event with Belial's apparition monsters showing up around Sanctuary. This one looks like. Pop up every few minutes, so just have a walkabout and sure it'll be easy enough to take part. Earn reputation. Alongside any bosses you beat, which you can exchange for long forgotten caches containing uncommon items. That kinda sounds like familiar a little. A later boss had big rework. Details that lengthy, so you can read that in the blog post. Berserk collab announced last week. Release date now too, May 6th. Detailed separate blog post. Just a cosmetic thing. Barbarians will be able to dress up as gods in his pretty iconic armor. Rogues will get the Hawk of Light and Struggler outfits. First one being based on Griffith. Necromancer equips his Skull Knight outfit, and there's a pet bundle which gives you that nose creature I've probably seen memes of. Let's see. Now this one, alright. Insane pets there. The crossovers everywhere, man. The crossovers in Diablo and stuff too. All over the place. When we're gonna have some like Fortnite Diablo crossovers and shit. Was there already one even? I wouldn't be surprised, no? I maybe missed that. A Voidland Bound. Hatch, evolve and upgrade powerful space creatures in this action-packed sci-fi third-person shooter that reinvents the monster taming genre. That Nintendo is already on it. This looks like some ding stuff. Bed de fråga. This could be kind of nice. This could be kind of nice, actually. Because like the style also is kind of like, you know, sort of in the category of things that I kind of don't like, but somehow I do like this though. Like, I don't mind it. I don't know what actually makes it, but like somehow I don't mind it. Maybe because he plays monsters there or something. I don't know. Yes, Dave, yeah. I run around with different creatures, let's say. Huh? Sprintability. Different genes you mixed in. Looks like some flying and stuff, looks like, so I guess you will be able to have some different things going there. And we'll see mostly in combat maybe though. Similar to First Descendant. I mean... Not so sure, not so sure. Can we find the resources to do it? I don't know. Rebellion CEO on the likelihood of an Titanfall sequel. Similar to Fallout 4 and Warframe in the library, I see. Yeah, we want to do more Titanfall. Size and stability mean that we can take risks to create something as different as Titanfall. Happily, risk is paying off. Okay, one of the things that Chris Kingsley, Rebellion co-founder and CTO, and I want to do is repeat success. So we want to do more Sniper Elite, we want to do more Zombie Army, we want to do more Strange Brigade, and now it looks like we want to do more Titanfall. I've been successful, can we find the resources to do it? I don't know. Pretty successful for them, I think so, yeah. I think so. Success on Game Pass. And no clear indication as to whether or not he thinks a sequel might come. I mean, I wouldn't mind. That was nice. That was nice. Titanfall was quite good. There were some issues with it, absolutely. But I still did enjoy it. And on Game Pass especially, that seemed very worth it. I assume they're gonna get some like DLCs or something going first. And the Strange Brigade was called, I see. A more Titanfall than another Sniper Elite at this point. Yeah, I do think it might actually kind of be a good idea for them to try, like, you know, to branch out and switch things around a little. Because honestly, like, I also kind of see, like, Sniper Elite is not, like, something that is, like, you know, like, super well critically received, you know. Like, it's always something like 7 out of 10, and it's mostly just people who, like, enjoy those games that are playing them. And, you know, like, when you feed the same type of game every time to people, they kind of get tired of that eventually. Hey, Warrior. Yeah, that's actually the one, yeah. That's actually the one, I think. The Rebellion CEO is the one with the insane YouTube channel, right, or something. That's the one, the historical stuff. Let's see, so I see. Well, that's exactly their commercial model looks like. They just like keep pumping those, and that's what keeps them afloat. True, Warrior, true. Game can be just good and that's alright. True, but if you pump the good, you know, way too often, it kind of gets like it's one thing to make a good, like Titanfall, right? Like they made Titanfall, it did good, it sold well, they made like it sold well. It was on Game Pass, they got a lot of people on Game Pass playing, they farmed. But if they will be like Titanfall like this exactly, you know, like way too often, people can kind of get tired. Like getting like, you know, all those like Sniper Elite games, I think it's mostly kind of like catered to like specific audience and stuff. And when you just pump them all the time, and they all kind of say look like they were made like in 3 weeks or something. Like if they were actually made in 3 weeks, right, with 3 weeks budget, then I guess it's fine. Even if it's not going to be a lot of people buying it, you're still probably going to make it back. But I don't think it was made in 3 weeks actually, you know, like they probably tried to like do it on the minimal budget, but it's still some expenses. It's kind of like with Call of Duty and stuff, right? Like you kind of like, you need to still at least like try to reach for something like better than good, sort of, right? Because you're gonna feed that stuff to people every year. You kind of want to at least pretend that you're switching things around. So, you know, it's not like the same exactly game. Because Sniper Elite that does, like, to me as an outsider, right? Like, it always looks like, oh, another one. Like, I'm lost in those already. How many are they? Which ones are what about who you sniping there, right? Like, it always kind of like, oh, it's this one where you can, like, shoot the balls off on people, you know. That's pretty much it, I guess. Any good like KCD still and stuff? I mean, that's not, these are not good. Like Klerevsker and KCD are like, you know, I would say these are outstanding ones. You know, let's put it that way. Like it's more than good. Good is like Titanfall. Good is like a WoD, for example. Like that's good. 7, like, you know, out of 10, something like that. Let's say. Yeah, that is nice, but yeah, like, can you have like can you get the sustainable, you know, cycle like that, and just like pumping all those Sniper Elites? Well, I mean, they have also, yeah, this like Zombie Army, the Strange Brigade and stuff, but I don't think any of those are like that crazy huge. So going into like Titanfall or something, and trying to, again, like, you know, get another one that you can try to pump, even though maybe at some point it will get too old already and like annoying to people if they're gonna try to overdo the Titanfall also. Isaac Mark, hello. How we doing, man? See, it do be kind of something more for like sub-services indeed. But I mean, I wouldn't mind some more Titanfall. The thing is, like, I would like Titanfall a little more refined though, because it did seem like, you know, it was a little kind of scuffed, a little kind of also like quickly made and everything. Some decisions were kind of questionable, I feel. But like overall, it was good though, so I wouldn't mind some more. With a little more love put into it, maybe that would be kind of cool. Some old mods from 2008 still work in Oblivion Remastered, with a bit of tinkering. Well, at least I guess having the same engine is kinda fine. A manually updating plugins txt file. Just one extra line, and that's it. Take time for the roving gigs of borders, this ground, just saying. Yeah, like if you're adding like new models and everything, then yeah, obviously I guess it's gonna be like graphical things probably can, you know, have issues with Unreal Engine already. But everything that just like changes some like numbers in the old engine that is still running there on the background, that should work, I guess. Yeah, older glow-up modes is somewhat redundant, and I mean, they're not gonna work most likely. And new quests or characters might feasibly be ported. Yeah, I would assume just kind of like things that are tinkering with the heart, the old engine still. They should work. Stuff that works with only the graphical part, which like Unreal Engine handles the graphics there, right? That probably already gonna be some completely new and different mods, and I'm not sure if someone is gonna be bothering with that. Studio engines at work, yeah, apparently. I mean, you have kind of like the graphical engine is Unreal, and everything else is basically on the good old, on the Tojin. So somehow they did make it work that way, and I mean, well, outside of logs from Unreal Engine, it looks like that kind of works actually. All of it just works somehow. All of it just works. So we'll see. Already 90 plus mods and counting. I assume it's just those that are kind of like ported, most likely. Subnautica 2 teases new creatures and co-op among the coral. Splish splash. Friend slope. Developers testing lots of stuff in Unreal Engine. Potentially another one. In the sequel, you will evolve your genetics to adapt your body for survival. Damn son, time to get some skills and stuff going. Yeah, I assume like the graphics are more kind of like the rapper thing. You kind of like you use all those like reshades and everything in a way for the original Oblivion, sort of. Well, I mean, obviously like on different level, right? Like the reshade is not exactly anything super fancy. But yeah, I guess it is kind of just wrapping around all the mechanics in the game that already existing since then. I mean, in a way, they had like what? In Diablo? Well, actually, in Diablo, I'm not sure though. In Diablo 2 Remaster, right? Like, you just like with the press of a button, you basically could switch, you know, like from old graphics sort of to new graphics. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's like two completely different versions. But I mean, you can do it on the go. So I guess it also just has some sort of like, you know. Actually, not. I guess in the case of Diablo, it's just kind of like they made old graphics on the new engine, I assume, also as an option. And the plan is to allow up to 4 players. We'll see what they will make with this one. Coming out later in the year, actually. Or it's gonna be early access, I think, again, right? So, gonna take a while until it's gonna be some, like, finalized thingy. 11-Bit Studios' new Frostpunk game isn't a prequel or a spin-off, but a remake of the original. A secret third option no one saw coming. Yeah, that was a little weird, I guess. That was a little weird. A release date as early as 2027. Frostpunk 1886, a reimagined version of the original game. It's a remake. Unreal Engine, another one. Gotta farm the remaster meta, yep. I don't know if you really need to. Like, I don't think it's like, yeah, 5-year-old. Well, a bit more than 5. I think I played it on my first year of streaming, so it's kind of more like 7 already at this point. But still, yeah, I mean, it should still run no problems on modern PC. It doesn't look bad, especially for strategy game, right? It plays, it's good. Some people like it more than the second one too. So, I don't know, man. That does seem like some farming going. Does seem like some farming. It won't be just a visual upgrade, there'll be new content, mechanics, laws, and even new purpose path. So basically just kind of going to be using things that they got in like the second game in the first, to remake the first game. Just min-boxing there, no? A biggest waste of resources. That's the thing, I don't think they're going to waste resources on that much. They just like literally going to repurpose things from the second game for this one. So like... It actually probably isn't a lot of resources wasted, but yeah. The potential waste, I guess. All of that to farm. Yeah, I wonder how the DLCs will go, because first Frostpunk had a bunch of DLCs. Like, I don't think I got any of the DLCs even, because they have a bunch there. Like, I wonder if they're gonna be selling them separately or not. Or are they gonna include current ones in, and then just make new ones separately. Gibbon Ilagi again. It doesn't even look bad, dude. Like, why? It looks just fine for the game, like, you know, of this kind. It all does look all right. Don't need really to change anything. And this DLC wasn't that much in it, actually, even. Not that much. Let's see, let's see. Played the first someday. The remake of the second game, I see, I see. I already got it from the bundle, I see. Gonna add the starter in. Yeah, it was nice, it was nice. My game though. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see. Does feel kind of like it's a bit of a farming in there. If it will be like, you know, the free or like really cheap upgrade for the owners of OG, alright, fine. I see you guys want to improve the stuff. But I bet it's gonna be a separate purchase there. No damn, so okay, I see, I see. Get that upgrade, man. Insane rich landlord and stuff there already. Just upgrade already. Hyperlight Breaker's first major update is taking an axe to its structure, and it sounds better for it. Sometimes you've got to kill your darlings. So they want to do some like massive changes there. Yeah, like the Hyperlight Breaker wasn't really pumping that hard, I think. I think it was quite mixed there. Yep. Quite even. Still a lot of reviews though, so a lot of people kind of went in. But not a lot of people did like what they seen there. I'll wait for some updates. The launch was a disaster, I say. It's one of those where you can farm clowns on anything. Say something good clown, say something bad clown. Easy life, dude. Product refunded. Optimization is also quality, looks like, I say. So now they're making it hard. Too lazy to build a new PC and just get a pre-built? Or get the parts and someone in the store will build it to you for like 15 bucks or something? Maybe a bit more. In your country, I don't know. That's what Steve, I think, did, right? Just got the parts and they built it for him. That's it. He is so lazy. Don't even need to do it yourself. April 29th update. Few days away, I'll get the additional stuff in the moment. The biggest part of the update, complete rework of game's core structures. Damn, the full rework there. Currently have 3 lives before run is finished. With this update, you'll get 1, and when you die, you lose all your items as opposed to keeping them across runs. Keep certain currencies across runs, but for the most part, it's going for a more traditional roguelike experience. Extracting with said loot will be easier. Damn, the extraction. You can do it any shrines you come across, and you don't have to fend off waves of enemies to successfully get out. Some pets there. Well, that seems kind of like one of the main changes. Not sure how much it will improve things, though. Nothing so, I say. The Remedy's co-op shooter LBC Firebreak will release this June, June 17th to be precise. Yeah, available on Steam and Epic for 40 bucks. That sounds oof. That sounds oof. But also on Game Pass, I guess. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not really sold on this Firebreak stuff. Like it just kind of like loses all the control, you know, like charm, I guess, or something. I mean, it could be fun a game though. Still, it could be still a fun game though. If you have Game Pass running and stuff. So we'll see, Get my hands on it, maybe I will try, but yeah, the co-op, the multiplayer slope, and for 40 bucks and stuff, I'm not so sure, huh? The extraction slope. It did kind of seem, some of the things kind of did seem somewhat fun about it, but yeah, like the control, the universe is just basically there for sort of the sake of it, I guess. Like not that much out of control you can see there. But I mean, it might be fun still. Future game you tell everyone is really good. Actually, Robocop Rogue City Unfinished Business has a release date. Pretty close too, huh? July 17th on this one. Yeah, I haven't played OG yet still. We'll see, we'll see. So it's like a standalone expansion there. And the Roguelike Tower DLC. I'm gonna be like going through the tower and that's it. Was there something else there too? God, I log YouTube and stuff too again. Bruh. The internet I'm not going to miss with it, though. Just a bit left, man. Some of the logs and stuff are just annoying. Well, I mean, it's kind of more a story trailer. I just like, what's with the gameplay, though? I thought they just like slammed some sort of like a roguelike mode as a standalone thing. And that would be way to think. Story flashbacks and different difficulty increases, you climb higher. That sounds kinda a dog really then. Not gonna lie. Standalone adventure. All the way to the top of the tower.
I love you guys.
Oh, really then? Oh shit, Gastamania. Welcome back to the dungeon. Thank you, sir. Thank you, man. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it a lot. The tier 3. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you, sir. How we do, man? So really, that's just all the thing there is. That moment, soundtrack, cool. There we go. Climbing and unlocking flashbacks, alright. Nice sunny day there. Nice, nice. Sounds good, man. Sounds good, huh? Standalone extension. Massive housing complex. Deadlier class of criminals. Plays Alex Murphy. Oh yeah, I guess that's gonna be the insane lore. Yeah, if it's just kind of like roguelike with some flashbacks, yeah, that doesn't sound that boga. I wonder how much will it be though? How much will it be for what it is then? It doesn't kinda say. Doesn't seem like it, at least. It's a pleasant surprise. A gorgeous Sekiro-like Metroidvania 9 Souls has a prequel manga. There it is. Specifically for Sok there. As an enjoyer. Still need to play 9 Souls at some point. That would be nice still. See, so can I say. Some insane prequel there. English alongside Chinese and Japanese. Update apparently becoming weekly on Wednesday. There it is. Oh, there it is. See, so can I say. Need to play some of that. I need to play some of that. The demo was really poor. And I didn't get the key. They were lucky. One day. Destroy everything you have on Fallout's development. Interplay told creator. Oops, we lost it. And the Team Kane still going ham there. And the Fallout creators a YouTube channel. Pumps a lot of good content. A lot of people in Discord are linking his stuff. So developer and publisher Interplay had to approach him after he'd left the company to ask if he still had development archives they'd ordered him to destroy. The reason? Oops, we lost it, Kian says. 3 reasons why he thinks we've already lost a good chunk of the medium's history. Either no one thought to keep it, people wanted to keep their things private, or there is a lot of organizations out there that demand to be the archive keeper, and then they do a terrible job at it. A lot of people equals hello to Ultan also. Ultan is watching Team Kane too. And someone else also was before, so we do have enjoyers there. Hey, Modkip. Happened multiple times in my career. When I left Fallout, I was told you have to destroy everything you have, and I did. My entire archive. Early design notes, code for different versions, prototypes, old GURPS code, and gone. Yeah, generic universal role-playing system. That's what was used first initially, and then I think they kinda didn't get the license for that and made a special system. Finally, a few years after I left, contacted me and said, oops, we lost it. I thought they were trapping me into we're going to sue you if you say you have it. Turns out, no, they really lost it. On the casualties of Interplay slapdash archiving were Says Kane at the GRPS code, possibly original artwork, and perhaps most tragically, the clay heads used to animate conversations. Yeah, not to mention Interplay also like completely went down there, so I wonder if even more stuff got lost in the end later down the line when it died. It's against the idea of video game preservation, but companies and their shareholders are against the idea of not making a profit. It's a technical black hole, costs a lot of money to port a video game, and if the margins are just not there, then there is not the business rationale to keep things alive. Hopefully GOG will manage to get some, even though that this kind of like deeper level, I guess, of the preservation, right? Not just the game, not just like original code, but like a bunch of prototyping and stuff too. That does sound like something you want to kind of keep, I guess. Could be interesting for the history lessons, you know, how it all started and stuff. Dune Awakening's biggest beta yet sets a date, though I expect most of you won't have time to play all of it. Big beta, bigger worms. Yes, so we gonna have the beta from May 9th to 12th. I'll play it. That will be actually conveniently when we will be home before moving, so at least like, you know, 9th, 10th, 11th I will be able to. On 12, I'm most likely already gonna be kinda packed. Just will do some IRL maybe or something. I will need to kinda like try to pack so I have like my setup available. So I can IRL on Monday, can IRL from Georgia, or on our, you know, like the stop between countries. Because there's direct flights only there to Georgia, and then I'm gonna get the driver to meet us there in a day, which I actually need to message the driver. Gotta get, well, I mean, I've warned him, but I need to message it already, kind of book it completely, you know, the trip. Now that we have all the flights and everything, I might as well. So we'll see, yeah? But this test I'm gonna play at least, like 9th to 11th, I should be able to. The large scale beta. It's no NDA, nothing, so that's good. You need to apply it on through the Steam page though, so if someone's interested, you better do it. Apply there. So we can play together then. 12 hours of the game, most of Act 1 of the story. There won't be NDA. There it is. Feels good. Feels good. You can start ringing the new skate's death knell because EA says it's online only. The kickflip off. There it is, man. A game and city designed to be a living, breathing, massively multiplayer skateboarding sandbox that is always online and always evolving. You'll see bigger things evolve, like changes to the city over time, as well as smaller things like live events and other in-game activities. According to EA, this isn't possible without live connection, which I'm sure might actually have a technical justification. It just stinks a bit. And the skate, by the time the meme will get actually released and everything, and no one will want it even with all those things attached to it now. I mean, it's kind of cool concept, I guess, right? About like the massively multiplayer skateboarding sandbox, sure, but like make it an option, you know. Kinda, Gustabania, kinda. I do agree. Still a lot of tech that is kinda like locked in the NVIDIA infrastructure. So unless you can have like some really good value on non-NVIDIA, I would still probably try to stick with that personally. Like kinda like way more support for things there. Game Informer, we are back. They look kinda barely back there. Yeah, I think their RSS feed also was like looking kinda like this, so... Well, yeah, Ghost of Yotei release date set for October. A collector's edition revealed. So it's either my browser on there, my internet, or it's... Oh, actually, wait a second. Did you guys put all the script in here? Let me see. Could be kinda the reason, I guess. Nah, not really. That do be kinda piggy there. So October 2nd is gonna be. Oh yeah, there it is. Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Gonna be fully released then. Gonna be fully released in May now. That is also something to play, dude. That is also something to play. Should I search for another one? See, I did play it. I did play it before all the early access release. But yeah, we'll see. If I will do it on release directly or not, but I kinda want to, because even the early access was already kinda cool. Game was kinda cool already back then, so that should be even better. Should be even better now. Little day marketing Yotei. I think there is a pretty like solid chance it's gonna be delayed. I feel like a lot of like AAA stuff that is releasing, you know, like in autumn, it's basically everyone just kind of, well, we kind of need the date already. But everyone was just gonna be sitting and waiting for GTA announcement. If the GTA is happening and everyone waits for it to happen, I guess. I assume they also kind of know that it's happening, actually. Everyone just like sits and waits. And GTA gets announced, and a lot of those probably just like skipping all the marketing and just piecing out. One part, GTA might get delayed themselves too, because they still kind of like not doing any marketing. But the CEO also said that they're not planning to. Like they're only gonna do like the last moment marketing, sorta. But it's also GTA, right? It's like marketing in its own, it's just being GTA. But we'll see, we'll see. Marketing in general is like, you know, it's tricky. It's a tricky thing nowadays. Like I don't know, like how like what would be even like a good marketing nowadays? Like what is example of a really good marketing game? Like what was marketed really well? Because I kind of feel we also have like we all have like different like image of marketing, sorta. Like some like for example, like, you know, like some normie, for example, for them marketing is like, you know, like odds in like Super Bowl or some stuff, right? Been seeing Reddit posts for Ghost of Yotei? I see. For someone, it's kind of like, you know, like Twitter advertisement, like Reddit advertisement. For someone, it's like advertisement on Twitch and stuff, or on YouTube maybe, you know. Is there even state of play for Yotei? I don't remember, actually. Where is Steve? Steve is the enjoyer. Is enjoyer of the series. He should probably know. I think there was something that I think I skipped personally because it was kind of like on some ungodly time. It was revealed in the state of play, alright, so they didn't do any specific ones. There are some rumors, I'm not sure, you know, the usual rumors, that there's gonna be some sort of like, you know, big Sony event. Which I kind of wouldn't be surprised because we haven't had big Sony events in like, I don't know how many years actually. It's probably on E3 was like, even before E3 died, they already like stopped attending, so... So yeah, I'm not so sure. Like in general, we didn't really get a lot of state of plays since then, really. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. The show will be a week or two before Summer Game Fest. Let's see. Yeah, I think like a lot of like Summer Game Fest is where the marketing kind of will start. But in general, I feel like marketing nowadays is like such a different like thing. For everyone, is different. Like they might not even like target, you know, like us, for example. Like, you know, I don't know, like PC gamers, sort of. They just gonna have like some sort of like odds running on like in the normie channels to get like the new audience or something. I don't know. It's hard to say. And I mean, it's also like the platform exclusive, right? At least on the release, so that already is like marketing enough for Sony. So will they actually like go ham marketing that stuff? Like people who have the console, they're gonna have like probably that shit plastered all over their like, you know, like dashboard and their store page and stuff. So and that's their target audience, right? It's not like they're gonna show odds to like you or me and we're gonna run to the store buying PlayStation and Ghost of Yotei just to play. Somewhere on like some sort of like mass media, you know, for everyone. Maybe they will. Maybe they will. But marketing, like nowadays, getting tricky. Like look at Oblivion, for example. That marketing ended up being the best marketing. Like complete, absolute luck of marketing and probably some like directed, you know, orchestrated leaks and stuff. Boom, there you go. Got amazing marketing out of that shit. In the end. Now this game is nice. This game is like the early access was already nice. Like I did play pretty much, I think, like most of the things that were available. Probably not, because like I didn't play that much. Like I don't know, 4 hours maybe or more. So like I did a bunch of like side areas and stuff. But like yeah, it probably now is way more poge. This was very nice. Early access was quite raw, quite barren still. And now it's gonna be full. So yeah, we'll see. This one might be interesting. No, might be. This one is nice. Yeah, the reviews are actually really good. So it's good. And it's interesting, like, you know, setting and stuff. Quite grim. Quite grim. Easy Delivery Co. A relaxed and driving game with strange secrets. Chill out, make deliveries, and get to know the mysterious residents of this scenic mountain town. All while earning a well below minimum wage. Ah, that's where the horror kicks in. Play at your own pace or play in split screen race mode with up to 4 players. Damn, 4 players even. Damn, the friends slope even here. And that's too real. At least here you can also struggle and get below you know, a minimum wage with your friends too. But I guess you can do that IRL also. Might as well. Can all just live below average wage, the minimal wage even. Seems like it could be nice as a demo too. But seems like it's gonna be with some dankness, I feel. But then co-op also in with race mode. How do you fit dankness into that mode, I wonder? So maybe it actually isn't dank. Vendetta is a new games publishing agency with the Indie Games Spotlight Initiative. Publishing as a service gaming arm comes from agency Infinitize. Another one. I'm telling already for a while, like we're getting like more publishers than developer studios soon. We're getting there already. We already getting there. Now worked on campaigns for Devolver, DreamHack, and SXSW Gaming. So since kind of like marketing, I guess. Agency, Infinitize, music streaming and anime. Crunchyroll among its clients. There it is. Weeb Games coming in. Fandom first modal core tenet of how it does business. Details about Vendetta's clients in gaming yet, but as part of the launch, it's kicking off a weekly series called Settle the Score. Indie developers can submit their games for a chance to win $150 of complimentary odds as part of this initiative. 150, where's old Todd, man? I remember his like calculations about it. I think for 150, you can probably get your odds like shown like, you know, a few hundred times maybe somewhere. The best publishing detail for devs, yeah, there is a positive in that. Absolutely, there is something positive about it. But sadly, quite often, a lot of them just pretty much like settle to try to like get like, you know, the creme de la creme of developers with their projects that are already kind of established. They try to get those just to get guaranteed investments, return on investments rather. Instead of trying to like foster something new, you know. A Nintendo files a request to subpoena Discord for Pokemon leaker identity. Then there goes the Nintendo assassins. The Terra leak revealed confidential information about the series in October 2024. And Nintendo's efforts to learn who the leaker was. Request cites Discord user A Game Freak Out, who allegedly posted confidential materials unreleased to the public on a server called Freak Leak. Request submitted San Francisco District Court. Nintendo's legal team at Mitchell Silberberg and the Canoe LLP, filing the subpoena under the Digital Millennium Copyright Act. Company declaration by attorney James Berkeley explains the subpoena would order a Discord to disclose the identity, name, address, telephone number, and email address of a Game Freakout. Well, assuming they know that, though. And the staff data for more than 2,000 current and former employees been breached in August 2024 was shortly before assets and information related to the Pokemon series were widely leaked in social media. A Terra leak encompassed a host of information on games past, present, and future in the Pokemon series, including the source code for the DS games Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Den's request also includes an exhibit of a partially redacted screenshot from a Discord, including messages from the user in question. Yeah, the Assassin Squad is on the way, man. You just need to get the info from Discord, and they're rolling out. Square Enix, Capcom, Taito, and Sega commit to archiving past development materials. These materials are important for accurately documenting the history of Japanese games. Square Enix and Bandai Namco reportedly been working to preserve materials it's used during development, such as concept art illustrations and image boards from 80s and 90s. Now, other major Japanese developers have also pledged to preserve development materials. A lecture at SIGGRAPH Asia last December entitled Cutting Edge of Preservation. Square Enix lead AI researcher Yuichiro Miyake, Capcom Digital Content Archive team producer Yasuyuki Makino, Sega producer Yasuki Okunari and Taito producer Yuichi Toyama talked about how each company archives its own development materials, accurately documenting the history of Japanese games and communicating it to the world. Each company keeps its own historical game development materials, but it is difficult to say that the industry is keeping them in good condition. Explain the session's description. These materials are important for accurately documenting the history of Japanese games and communicating it to the world. Preservation of game development materials is a new development that has the potential to enhance the cultural value of digital games in society by being preserved and made public by companies across the entire game industry. The aim is to share knowledge about the global importance of game development materials that have built the history of Japanese digital games to date and how they can be put to practical use. Capcom Illustrations Archive System. Taito produces large arcade cabinets admitted as cabinets require so much space for storage they have previously been discarded. But now it attempts to store physical documents in special boxes, scan original master specification documents, and keep arcade circuit boards for each legacy title, as well as their maintenance manuals. That's nice though. Sega's preservation activity has been underway for around a year, with the Japanese Megacorp also detailing the importance of preserving arcade cabinets, producing faithful reproductions of past consoles, and high-precision emulation revivals using original data for titles from the 80s and 2000s. Yeah, you know you're old when like 2000s is already, you know, like some ancient history for museums, dude. Huh? There we go. Oh yeah, the GOG partner, the European Federation of Game Archives. GOG is good. Hope they'll get more stuff preserved. Devolver Digital cuts 40% of staff at subsidiary studio Nereal. Publisher says it has right-sized 3 of its smaller subsidiaries and given them a tighter focus. There it is. Halving the teams in its Polish studio Artificer, Good Shepherd Big Fan by 50+% over the course of 2024. Reporting strong fiscal performance and return to profit and growth at its most recent investor presentation, Devolver said it had refocused and right-sized 3 of its smaller subsidiaries and given them a tighter focus, reducing affected team size by approximately 50%. A reduced overall headcount from 303 employees to around 270 today. Well, that at least kind of like doesn't seem as epic as it sounds, you know, with like 50% reduction there, 40% reduction there, and I think like, dude, must be a lot. Good Shepherd actually kind of does have some. Like, Devolver for a while already is not really delivering that crazy stuff. No, that was Fellow Travelers, I think, actually. I don't remember, actually. I think I can't find this way. Shit, here, there. Yeah, maybe we can. Yeah, the Monster Train 2 is also gonna be. Yep, that's exactly them. Guess it's been some time though. Outside of like upcoming Monster Train and stuff. It's been some time. Not a lot of crazy bangers for a while already. Same with Devolver in general, I feel. Like after Call to the Lamb, don't think there was like some mega bangers there. Just browse their stuff. And the look outside. Oh yeah, that one was kind of nice. But still, actually, Neva they had. Like Neva it was kind of big. Like Plucky Squire ended up being like not super crazy big success, right? I mean, they all have good reviews, but I don't think they all kind of, you know, like massive in terms of sales, though. Yeah, Children of the Sun was also like really good reception, but it wasn't like anything. Anger Food, I guess, was kind of. And even like looking at this is not like looking like that crazy there. That this one I remember marketing for, and it's just mostly positive. 267 reviews. Yep, that didn't go. That didn't go anywhere. Looks like. Pepper Grinder. Phantom Abyss, I think, was somewhat. Actually, also doesn't seem like that crazy. Reigns is kind of big. Oh, this one I guess is yeah. That was the Three Kingdoms crossover on that one. Carmazoon. Talos Principle 2, I guess. Yeah, Talos Principle 2 was pumping though. That one was pumping. Wizard with the Gun, I think, didn't go that crazy well. Sludge Life is kind of like special type of stuff. Terranil, yeah, Terranil was alright. Yeah, Cult of the Lamb was like a banger. That's like, this is the massive, like you see like the scale, right? Like from like, even judging by reviews alone numbers, for example, kind of like to approximate, right? Like when you go from like 90,000, you go to games with like less than 1,000 or something. But I guess backlog is also sales and stuff, so. Where's the cup coming though, actually, they have there? Shotgun Coop, man. Haven't even heard about this one. 1st of May already. Oh yeah, Tron Catalyst also they publish, which is kind of like... kind of dink. Tron game, yeah, Baby Steps got delayed, I think. This one might be potentially something. Skate Story already in development for a while. Stickman stuff. Human Fall Flat 2 they also have, alright. Oh, you entered the dungeon too also. We'll see, I guess. Oh yeah, Katana Zero DLC update. True. With that, I guess they're not gonna be farming that much because, yeah, it's free, so... You know. They ain't gonna farm them that crazy. How's actually Navicola Meat going? Let's see. 7 user reviews. We need more, man. We need more. Can write mine, but it's gonna be like with the products received for free and everything. And it's not gonna count. It's not gonna count. This was nice. Superficial, nice looking art. It has no side. I think that art kind of got everyone on though. That's the thing. Like it just kind of like the art and everything was kind of looking, you know, catchy and everything. And then like the next fest demo, I think was it or something, also kind of got a lot of traction that way. And then there was like, you know, like the Twitch integration. A lot of people streamed it and everything, so it just kind of like went there. Not exactly popular because it's actually a good game. I guess. Yes, I get this. This very good. This very good. I get more actual reviewers on this one. The strangest games I play, yeah. It was indeed very nice. I was indeed very nice. True, so true, yeah. Twitch integrations, and it's kind of interesting because like usually Twitch integrations are kind of more like indier, you know, like smaller kind of games that none of the kind of like big people will even play anyway and stream anyway. And none of the kind of like high-profile games even use that shit. And missing out, I think, big time on that, really. Even though I guess obviously not every game can, you know, kind of like work with the integration. Kind of tricky to add to some genres and stuff, for sure. for sure. But some games kind of pump a lot. Like Dead Cells, I remember, like Dead Cells was probably one of the dankest integrations from Twitch. Like when I was playing a bunch of Dead Cells back in the day, and like my first years of streaming, that was some really dank shit you could do. A very massive integrations systems there. See, this for all the enjoyers of dankness and, you know, very surreal things, I do recommend. It's cheap and it's good. It is cheap and it's good. It also got patched, so I assume Torgo patched the. This might be made by my viewer. I assume Torgo patched probably the way I kind of just went through the gate, you know, without doing the puzzle properly. I would assume. Because it was like right after. No, not right after the stream, but basically, yeah, like today when I launched the PC, it was at, or even in the evening yesterday, I think actually, maybe it was already, so yeah. I was already going. Discover a sequence break. Infinite money glitch. I need to just farm a bunch of coins for that, maybe. Maybe I should get all the achievements there. Time to farm. Seems easy. True ending. Bog. Well, I mean, you only get like the kind of like credits and stuff on the true ending, so it's not like you kind of like, oh, well, it's over. I'm done. You just kind of know that there's something else. You just kind of know that there is something else. It was nice. It was nice. A Dutch advertising self-regulator partially upholds loot box complaint against My.Games. Complaint concerned loot boxes advertising around Russia Royale Tower Defense TD. And the Russian publishers getting cucked with the loot boxes. Let's see what I say. I assume sequence break is you just basically kind of like go in from the beginning and just like type the code in or something. Then for coins, I don't know, you need to just kind of like farm a bunch of coins, I guess, or something. Get a bunch of monies. Existence of loot boxes in the game must be displayed on the store page. Loot box probabilities must be disclosed. All in-game purchases must be priced in euros in addition to the virtual currency price. In-game purchases must not have ambiguous wording that suggests they could be free when they're paid. Games must disclose the existence of in-game advertising. Games must disclose identity of all advertisers whose ads may be shown inside the game. How does that work if you just thought, you know, kind of this like advertisement like network that just kind of broadcasts their ads of whoever bought the ads? How does that work? Let's see, what did I say? Children must not be encouraged to advertise the game themselves. For example, a referral type invite a friend features. Damn. Alright, interesting. I mean, I respect that. I respect the grind. I respect the grind. Or rather, you know, like the anti-grind, sorta. I respect that. All seems really reasonable. All seems really reasonable. I guess invite a friend is like not completely that bad, but yeah, not that big of a deal if you remove it, really. Assassin's Creed Shadows has third biggest US launch month in series history. Split Fiction, WWE, and MLB The Show also debuted in the top 10. Assassin's Creed Shadows on the first spot there. MLB at the show on the second, WWE on 4th, Split Fiction on 5th. Seems good, eh? This also not counting the digital stuff, it's just boxed copies. And just the boxed stuff. A generation of gambling gacha addicts. I don't think it's gonna be like that bad. It's just the problem is it's kind of like it's just predatory. Like I don't think it's gonna like raise a bunch of addicts. It's just gonna create a situation of people getting scammazed all the time. Like maybe they're not gonna get addicted to that, but on every corner they will be trying to find the way how to scamaz you. And that also kind of like, you know, just ruins the games in general. Because then a lot of companies and stuff go like kind of like with live service and stuff, right? Like they see that makes money, or we need to do that too. Everyone making the gacha mechanics in the game, or we need that too then, you know, it makes money and stuff. Even though quite often later they just kind of get the reality checked, you know, and change their minds, I guess, but sadly that sometimes takes too long. Especially with modern, you know, development cycles and stuff. And sometimes also cause that, like, the whole franchises and stuff just getting canned because, like, oh, we just made some sort of, like, the Pipega mobile gacha game in this universe. It failed, so now we just gotta, you know, like, put this universe in the drawer completely for decades, potentially, because, well, it didn't make money, so... Discord CEO and co-founder Jason Citron steps down. Building Discord over the last decade been one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. So they got some, your former King President and Activision Blizzard Vice Chairperson. So apparently they're gonna have some more monetization going in, I guess. Gonna be working on monetizing it now. So like, you know, the good arc of Discord is over. Like, you know, we kind of like, we were nice, we got all the audience and stuff from being nice and good. Now it's time to milk that audience, you know. We got all the cows in the farm. Now it's time, you know, to get them attached to the milking devices, it looks like. And we'll see how far that goes. We'll see how far that goes. The TeamSpeak era beginning. Well, I think in Russia, like a lot of people actually kind of did return to that after Discord ban. I think nowadays, like people kind of just like walk around the ban though. But yeah, the return of TeamSpeak did happen for some time. Doesn't sound so bad anymore. Did you manage to get back the Discord to work, Karakula, or did you stick to the TeamSpeak? Phasmophobia hits 3 million sales on console. Ghost Hunting game surpasses 3 million sales on console since its launch on PS5, PSVR, Xbox Series XS in October 2024. It's like less than a year. They already like sold 3 million consoles. Not bad. 2.2 million people applied to pre-order Switch 2 in Japan alone, says Nintendo. As this greatly surpasses the number of units available, President Shuntaro Furukawa warns some customers may be disappointed. And they like said that they are kind of like working super hard to build some sort of like, you know, like the stockpile already before the release to be prepared, and they still were not prepared. Let's see, let's see. Promising that they're gonna produce and ship substantial number. Well, I mean, you know, yeah, with all the tariffs and everything, maybe now, you know, like all the switches that were prepared for US, they can just like, you know what? Let's just kind of send them everywhere else then instead, and figure it out later with tariffs and stuff. Probably not gonna, because they already started collecting the pre-orders, so kind of can't do it anymore, I guess. That wouldn't be surprised if they could pull something like that off, though. And that would be some based moves then, I guess. A report. Intel to lay off 20% of its workforce. Update. Intel confirms plans for layoffs starting in Q2 2025. Does not specify how many jobs will be cut. Well, Intel is like in general feels like not in the good spot right now. Like Ryzen is just kind of like, you know, destroying for like years at this point already, basically, I feel. In terms of CPUs. And their GPUs kind of still, I think, didn't really break out that well, I think. How many people for Intel it is? That's a good question, yeah. Doesn't say, I think. Actually, maybe say it here somewhere. Estimated to be around 21,000 employees. What the fuck? It's 21,000 total or 20% is 21,000? What the fuck? Oof. MKHPLO. Just like laying off, you know, like a small town, basically. Monka is restructure the company to eliminate bureaucracy as well as streamline management and rebuild engineering-driven culture. Insane. I needed to eliminate organizational complexity and unnecessary bureaucracy. If you implore them. Focused on engineering, we will also remove organizational complexity. Many teams are 8 or more layers deep, which creates unnecessary bureaucracy that slows us down. Monka is. That's a lot of people, man. Now, the current work from home also spend 3 days a week in office will be amended to 4 days a week by September 1st. So, in shittening all over the place, man. Everyone's trying to get everyone back to them offices, dude. Twitch captured over 60% of global game live streaming audiences in 2024. Viewers watch more than 15.6 billion hours of gaming content. Platform surpassed 105 million average users last year. GTA 5 remained the most watched game on the platform over a decade after its launch. Then really? Then last year? League of Legends followed in second. Competitive shooters including Valorant, Call of Duty, and Fortnite also pulled in larger audiences. Minecraft, another popular title among viewers. Significant growth trend in streaming formats with virtual streamers, VTubers experiencing a unprecedented surge in popularity. Streamers present themselves through 2D or 3D virtual avatars. According to Twitch, VTubers experienced enormous growth on its platform with 1.1 billion hours viewed. 10% increase year on year. UK saw the biggest surge of audiences viewing this content with 200% growth of hours watched. Them. They do like the VTubers now there in the UK. I see how it is. Time to get the boomer back, yeah. True. Do you will understand VTubers? I mean, I think it's like, I mean, I guess depends, right? Obviously, but like, I feel it doesn't really like change much from any regular streamer, honestly. It just instead of like, yeah, like me on the camera, there's just a 3D model, but like everything else is the same. I kind of see no difference really. Just, I guess kind of like more appealing to some people to see, you know, like some waifu, not some fucking hobo, you know. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. I feel. It's also kind of probably going down already for like, you know, generational thing in streaming. Like it's not like you can't understand the VTubers, you're probably just not gonna be able to understand any like, you know, modern type of stream, I feel. Like you just like get something that is popular and like with Zoomers or whatever, like the next generation already watching and you're probably not gonna get it, you know. Saying like for me, for example, like I'm still like, you know, I still prefer, you know, like the gaming content. I still prefer, you know, like the old kind of old guard of people, you know. Like I mean, I don't really watch nowadays, right? But like if even it's gonna be like, you know, like Ella, Dance Gaming, you know, Co Carnage, Lyric, 100% Lyric. Like, just people, you know, playing games. Like, chill. Don't understand corpo VTubers others are fine. Yeah, corpo VTubers are like a separate genre though, I guess, yeah. That might be a little kind of different from like the regular streamers. A lot of persona that they act as when they use those models, yeah, especially the corpo ones, for sure. It's a different persona, but to be honest, like, that's also not that new. Like, I mean, Dr. Disrespect, you know, the flesh VTuber, I guess, in a way. Stream becomes 50% about their avatar. I mean, to be honest, like I've seen, like, I have like some, you know, like old times, like, you know, friends like on Discord, basically, from like, you know, like, I don't know, 2017 or something. There was a bunch of like streamers and stuff, and once in a while they're like in the friend list, and it shows, you know, kind of nowadays when they stream on Twitch, it shows you kind of like the preview, you know. And there are some like female streamers basically who stream nowadays, and I just kind of like see this preview in Discord, and I'm like, dude, who watches that? Like, you know, I stream, I struggle. Where should I like put my camera so it doesn't cover anything, right? I tried already to like lower, like, this is like the biggest camera you see on any of my scenes, right? Like usually it's kind of like this, you know, and even then I kind of sometimes think maybe I should like I left it that way just to see, you know, the light from the lamp, basically, right? So I just kind of like kept it that way. Otherwise I would cut like here probably also. And yeah, and it's just like a person playing, and it's like a third of the screen is just like them playing, like dude. All right, I guess, sure. Who cares about the gameplay? Random effects and stuff, yeah. Hero's camera was peaked, true. Now, some things I also sometimes kind of considering, right? Like some like more sellout strats, right? They have like some more like, you know, like showing like, you know, the donos and everything on stream, like that kind of stuff. Maybe even then I try to put it like so it like shows on the part of the time, not constantly, right? Yeah, some people like not even VTubers, just, you know, just a regular person just sitting there like with the camera like taking like third of the screen basically. I guess. So yeah, again, it's also not exactly about the VTubers, it's just how people stream nowadays. Sometimes. So it do be like that. Kinda. Just watch the English-speaking ones through. And baseline streamers also have personas. Some people do, kinda, yeah. Some people kinda do. Not a lot, though. It again depends, kinda, in my opinion. Like, people who just genuinely, you know, just like playing video games and stuff, I kinda don't think they usually do have some sort of like personas that they put on show. They sometimes have like, you know, like kinda like this like the border, the line though, with their like, you know, like streaming and their like everything else, like personal life and stuff, like Lyric, for example, right? They have clear line when it goes. Other than that, like a lot of people, I think, kind of like not a lot of them with personas and stuff. Even though I guess like I don't have like, you know, their like representative selection of people. Like, even looking at Ella, right, and like knowing Ella like IRL, for example, like nah, not really. I guess nowadays with like Chad teasing him like more and stuff, right, and him being kind of like also like teasing Chad back, that maybe is kind of a little like different from how he is IRL, because IRL he's like mega chill and stuff. Well, mega chill unless someone starts teasing him IRL, of course, too. Like when we were like on the show and playing the fucking Mario Party, and it did start getting competitive there, you know. So yeah, and that's also not a persona or something, just competitive in things, no matter which ones. Some people are into this, I guess. Yeah, I mean, some people just like, yeah, maybe they don't care about the game. Like, they just want to watch. I mean, obviously, let's be real, right? A lot of people with those massive cameras are ladies. A lot of like VTubers with those models and the whole, you know, screen, ladies. So like, obviously, people go there who just like watching ladies, I guess. You know, not what they're doing, probably. You know. or in least what they're doing. The gimmick costume but IRL. Those are kind of cool sometimes, yeah. Like I remember once, like when I was like that was like 8-9 years ago or something. I remember when I was watching Luneta, and she rated like some like like the Lovecraft themed guy streaming. Like bro, that dude was like putting up like some fucking show there and stuff. Like for that rate, we got like the whole like cultist meeting and everything going on, and that was insane shit. So yeah, like I mean, why not? Thing is, like nowadays with the saturation of the platform and everything, that's not gonna be like guaranteeing you any success or something, though. It's so like all doing some like cool gimmicks and everything is cool if you really want to, because otherwise they ain't gonna get you anywhere anyway. And like those are already not making that much difference. Like that Cthulhu guy also was like very small streamer. I don't even remember, and I'm not even sure if he's still streaming. I think I was checking a few years ago, and I don't remember if they did still. I'm not so sure. Steam to launch new tags to help disabled players search for games based on accessibility features. Huh? That's nice. A more positive experience on Steam for everyone. The problem is, I wonder if it's going to be another user-generated tag and how well it will be used, though. There's the new questionnaire for developers to describe the way their games... Okay, so it's the developer one, not the community one, alright. Yeah, gameplay options, adjustable difficulty, text size, color alternatives, high contrast, speech to text, text to speech, well as custom volume controls, narrated game menus, and so on. There it is, huh? That's nice. That is nice. Community tags the clown fiesta. Yeah, this one is kind of at least developers gonna be doing, so that's a good one. That's a good one. That is something I do respect. That is nice. NGO files complaint against Ubisoft for data protection concerns and forcing always online connections. The behavior is illegal in the physical sphere. It should be illegal in the digital one as well. Damn, going ham there. A European Center for Digital Rights. Taken player's case against Ubisoft, alleging its data collection practices have no valid legal basis. Complainant also takes issue with the fact Far Cry Primal could not be played offline or without setting up and logging into Ubisoft accounts, stating they were astonished that it was impossible to play single-player game offering no online functionalities without an internet connection. Examined what kind of data packages were being sent to Ubisoft when playing the game. Started the game again, had it running for about 10 minutes. Discovered 150 unique DNS packages. Queries and responses were sent during this time, and they identified 56 requests to initiate connection between the complainant's computer and external servers. Google, Amazon, and Datadog reportedly some of the recipients of the complainant's data. Pressed by the player on what's in these packets, Ubisoft told them the data sent when launching one of games, SUK, is an ownership check on its servers to validate that the player's account owns the game they're trying to launch. OYB asserts Ubisoft failed to explain what the data collection was for or why data packets are sent back and forth between the player and, for example, Google servers. The lawsuit suggests Ubisoft should be fined given millions of users are affected by its data practices and asks for a general order to be applied to compel Ubisoft to comply with European GDPR, comparing Ubisoft data collecting to digital trespassing. You want to enter someone's home, you should be invited, otherwise you're trespassing. Behavior is illegal in the physical sphere, should be illegal in the digital one as well. There is no reason to apply a different standard. We'll see where this one will go. Sounds kind of like one of those schizo ones, but I mean, seems like there's some legit, you know, concerns though. We'll see. A Resident Evil 4 remake surpasses 10 million copies. 2023 title is fastest in Resident Evil franchise to reach this milestone. Going ham. Unannounced Blade Runner game cancelled at Supermassive Games. Development at Supermassive Games. So they decided to kind of not go for horrors and do something else. Core team comprised of those who worked on the Quarry. Full release planned for 2027. The Blade Runner. That's a different one. That's a different one. A release for 2027. The Blade Runner is also, I'm not sure how big that is nowadays. That's quite an old one, you know. And are they kind of like relaunching or something? Or already did actually? I'm kind of lost with that. Planned for September 27. Gen 10 Xbox PlayStation systems was set to have full development budget of roughly $45 billion, with $9 million of it being used for external performance capture and acting talent. Así se debe ser. It wasn't included in the budget, however, it was original music production, image rights and usage fees for performance, QA and game testing, localization and any future DLC. As with any budget, the amount was subject to change as development got underway and costs rose or fell. Third-person action adventure. Teaming under the city of New Zurich at 2065 and to the eerie remnants of the forgotten world beyond them. And under orders to retire Rev, the mysterious and ruthless leader of an underground replica network, betrayed and left for dead in the brutally hostile environment. Stealth combat exploration investigations. Actually not horror from Supermassive, alright. Supermassive is kind of an interesting one. But like Until Dawn, you know, sort of like popped off back in the day hard. And since then, like pretty much I think everything they did was kind of like mid at best, right? And they still keep pumping everything regularly. The Sigma grind, dude. Kingdom Come director hopes AI helps him release more games. Monka is. Interview with the game business, Vavra talked about the development of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, a game that has been widely praised by critics and fans alike. Vavra revealed that the final 12 months of the game's development was tough for him due to serious health issues. During that struggle, where he admitted that he needed to slow down a little bit, Vavra showed a frustration with how long modern games take to develop. That led to a hope that AI gets to the point where it will be help in development, leading to releases in shorter order. It really annoys me that the games take so much time because I have more ideas than I have time. Time, man. Time everywhere is a problem. A couple of projects that I would love to do, and I would love to prepare them properly so it's not as chaotic. I hope that the AI revolution will help with this. But in the future we will not be replaced by AI, but we will be helped by AI. So a lot of things could get easier and faster. It would be great if this would happen. I have a couple of big ideas that I would like to make that will require a lot of time and preparation. A couple of projects that in my opinion have as big potential as Kingdom Come Deliverance. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Time is limited, eh? And if it's like 7 years or something cycle to develop something, like how much will you like realistically even like be able to make in the lifetime? Not to mention if you want to be like in the lead, right? So you're still gonna spend a bunch of time just sitting at the beginning, at the bottom, you know, of the hierarchy, right? You will need to climb from like some QA, you know, like coding or some other stuff, right? To the point where you will be able to kind of like have some effect on what is being made and stuff and push your ideas somewhere. That all is quite an adventure. And with such like development cycles, I don't know how many you will manage to actually do if you really want to, you know. The latest marathon price report doubles down on $40 cost. Well, I mean, at least it's cheaper than Dune. Let's put it that way. We'll see how Dune at 50 will do, because I kind of like... I mean, we'll see on the beta, I guess. After the beta, you'll be able to kind of like try to slap some price tag on that, I guess. Yeah, but still, chunky. Quite chunky. For something like that, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Riot partners with Lightspeed to bring Valorant to mobile in China. There it is. Only in China for now, I guess. Riot and PUBG mobile developer. MMO, yes. I don't even know why they call it MMO, man. It's just a regular survival game, but like probably like 100 people on the server or something maximum, I would assume. Like it's like Fallout 76, all that stuff. Like, how is that MMO? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, technically, massively, multiplayer online, I mean, you know, 100 players is massive enough, I guess. I guess. Some people call like Path of Exile MMO, you know, or Diablo and stuff, so... I guess the definition goes quite wide there, you know. Deep Desert has 1,000 players at the same time, according to them. Okay, it's like PvP area, right? All right. That does seem kind of MMO-ish then, I guess. That does seem kind of MMO-ish. We'll see. We'll see how it will handle 1,000 players, dude. We'll see how that will work even. But the gameplay loop is not really MMO, that's for sure. Several Haga basins, which is like 40 players and one deep desert. I see, alright. Yeah, way more players in this in the World of Warcraft open world, yeah. Well, I mean, it's more about the gameplay loop. Like, the gameplay loop is survival. Like, gameplay loop is not exactly like some insane MMOing there. Even though it will have some quests, it will have some like dungeons, bosses and stuff, I assume, right? With some mechanics and everything. It's just kind of more extended part with like base building, right? With like farming materials, crafting things and stuff, right? So I guess can kind of work as MMO, sorta. Just a bit of a different kind. Valorant Mobile coming to China first. Pre-registration period for the next playtest coming soon. Yeah, Valorant apparently is pretty massive there. So, and mobile is gonna be probably insane. Fallout's first game could have been real-time, but nobody wanted to pay for it. There it is. Team Kane strikes back again. Interplay Marketing approached me in 1996, a year before we came out, and they wanted Fallout to be made real-time because of Diablo. See, like, 1996, man. It's like, things don't even change, you know, like 2026, oh, yo, guys, there's this, like, GTA 6 out right now, and it's kind of farming, so how about we make our own, you know? You making some turn-based RPG? No, bro. We need, like, so you can, like, you know, like, hijack cars and stuff, kill pedestrians and everything, run from cops, you know, do it. They pushed several times, and the way I finally got it to stop was just pointing out how much money I would need and time, and they finally stopped. There it is. Fallout Remake shouldn't ever introduce real-time combat to the game. Should remain faithful to the original. In his hypothetical breakdown of what it would look like, Kane constantly leaned on the negatives of real-time combat. Yeah, I think so, Violet. Not sure how good that will be. But I think wasn't it also like Epic exclusive or some shit? Hope it's not gonna be PvP focused. I think it's optional. If it's like 1,000 people like server PvP one, right? And there's gonna be like factions that you automatically sort of join, and I actually don't really mind. Like if it's gonna be something kind of like, you know, like the planet side in a way, right? Like just kind of like massive mob, all the factions just like running for fighting for control of some stuff and everything. I don't mind that. Like that kind of PvP I actually would love, absolutely. If it would be more PvP, like, you know, you have this desert that you need to be like kind of like going there and trying to like, you know, farm something, and everyone around will be able to jump you, and they will jump you. That will suck balls. PvP will be required for the high-end stuff, I see. Like if it will be like some automatic sort of like faction thingy, like depending on whatever faction you pick in the beginning, I guess, for example, right? That will be kind of okay. Unless it's gonna be the situation when some factions will be like absolutely empty and there will be just like some dominating factions. That will kind of suck then. But we'll see, I guess, how they make it. We'll see. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3. Voice actors already recording lines for rumored 2027 sequel. Well, surprise, huh? So in 2027, apparently. Instagram sorry which sported the caption so happy to be back by bestie. The voice over the booth, alright. Now guilds are also cross-faction and stuff, alright. Now that might be kind of bad though. Like if it's gonna be guild-centered and you are not, you know, a part of that stuff, then it's probably gonna be pain and suffering. You're just gonna get like destroyed by all the guilds around. Like you go in trying to farm something and guilds just like farm everything, like fighting each other, so you just kind of need, unless there will be some sort of guilds that you'll be able to join like as easily, like if they will make the process like super simple without like, you know, hard feelings and strings attached, then maybe, we'll see. Yeah, that's why like in Warhammer, for example, online it was nice. You just kind of like go in the PvP area, just join some group that is going there, like by clicking a button. No interaction needed, no chatting, nothing. You just go in and you fight. There's like crowds from both sides, everyone fighting each other. You play and then same way you just kind of leave whatever you want. Done. No crazy strings attached or something. In high-end content, yeah, you already can just like get some like proper guilds, proper groups, some sort of like communication and stuff, right? Try hard that shit, sure. But you also can just be like, you know, this like mega PvP pug, I guess. Which like in crazy big fights, that doesn't really matter, right? You just need to have some fun. Nintendo backtracks on controversial Switch 2 cloud save feature claims. What was that? Alright, for a disclaimer for some time, reading, please note this software does not support Nintendo Switch Online paid membership save data cloud backup feature. This means if you own Tears of the Kingdom on Switch 1, you can't transfer your data to Switch 2. You'll need to start all over again with the Switch 2 edition of the game. The message now explains save data better by saying you can continue previous one save file with your existing save data. Old warning now been replaced by new text. Save data created in the second save data slot in the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. A Nintendo Switch 2 edition cannot be transferred to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on Nintendo Switch. In short, save data can be transferred from Switch 1 to 2, but not the other way around. Okay, I see. No, sì, Steve, I see. Yeah, that'll be kind of PPG then. Like having some sort of like factions that you just kind of like, you know, assigned in a way is kind of nice because yeah, then at least PvP is kind of more massive and like you have some sort of like already like camps there, us versus them and everything to fight. Whereas guilds, that's gonna be something. It's gonna be like some guild wants to have everything. Another guild wants to have everything, and they're gonna be like duking it out and stuff, and you as a pleb are gonna be trying to kind of like ewing some loot, and then either some other plebs gonna be hunting you down, or those guilds will also every once in a while will be appearing and just like destroy everyone and taking their shit. So we'll see, I guess, we'll see. That might be a bit of a potentially problem. Like in many games like that, that ended up being kind of a problem, because like all the PvP zones will be controlled by very few, you know, like guilds pretty much, and no one else will be able to do anything about it. And then you either join them, or you pretty much just don't do that part of content whatsoever. EA FC 25 reveals first ever paid season pass, including free icons and tradable packs. Damn, son. They just realized they can also try to sell season passes there. Damn, took them a while. I wonder why so long, eh? I wonder why so long, eh? I guess they maybe didn't see any point in selling those because like every year there's a new one anyway. A new paid season pass might hit the back of the net. Packs and SP points. New premium season pass to go alongside the free pass costs 500,000 coins or 1,000 FC points, roughly $10. If you have the coins, you technically get the pass for free. Most players likely need to shell out a bit of real money to acquire it if they want the upgrade. First ever paid premium pass features 40 tiers of content to grind toward them. All packs are tradable. Even the 90 plus X4, you can earn SP to level passes faster, and an assortment of 94 and 95 rated players can be added to your club, including 96 rated Icon. Frank Ribery, damn son. Insane. Farming all the passes, grinding the pass, paying for the pass to grind it still, right? And then next year, whatever you kind of like grinded and stuff, ground is just like, because the next fee phase out. All your efforts and all you were grinding is not important anymore. Please join, buy the new one, buy the pass there, and start grinding there, brother. Division 2 Battle for Brooklyn DLC launches in May. There we go. There's Division, man. Still alive. Still kicking there. It's not dog shit, I swear. Yeah, May 27th, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. There it is, man. They still going. Year 7 showcase. $15 DLC. A DLC will also be included for those who purchase or own the Gold or Ultimate editions of Division 2. Damn, son, actually getting some stuff for free. New players will also get access to level 40 boost, allowing them to get into the action right away. And also, you can just get boosted and join, don't need to grind. Around 10-12 hours of campaign content, further confirming Insider Games reported being in the smaller side. 10-12 hours of content in the smaller side. I mean, doesn't seem too bad. I mean, depends on what kind of content, you know, because it's still live service and stuff. Marvel Rivals strategists declare strike after streamer bashes support role. Damn, son. Gamers on the strike. After a pro Marvel Rivals streamer bashed players who play the main support role, a number of players who play strategists have gone on strike, refusing to play healer. But what happened to all the healers in Marvel Rivals? Them, like all of them, everyone stopped playing. Insane. Strike is in response to comments from Vladan Nekros Konstantinov, former Overwatch pro who, like many others, switched over to Marvel Rivals when it was released. Lashed out at support players in Marvel Rivals, calling them idiots and morons. These comments manifested rampant discussion, X, Reddit, and TikTok, splitting the community. And those in the support strategy side say the comments like Necros demean support players and further encourage players not play them. As a response to these comments, and those from players who agree with Necros, number of support players stopped playing the role or playing Marvel Rivals altogether. Then, so many probably. Pause currently on top of Marvel Rivals subreddit with nearly 9,000 upvotes from a self-identified strategist explains why the support strike is necessary. Claim that statements like this from a big voice in the community do real damage. Just one basic respect is starting to be called brain dead or worthless when your stats are solid and you are playing your role the way it's meant to be played. Many of the top comments in the trade encourage support players simply to ignore voices like Necros and just play the game. True. And the top pro support players, Sentinels, adjust the Araborike, express sympathy for support players, claiming it's currently the hardest season to play strategy so far. Well, I mean, it's the first season, right? Right now. I guess it's the hardest because it's the first also. No, I mean, sure, it shouldn't probably as a public person kind of like say stuff like that, really, but also like, who gives a shit, honestly? And dude probably was molding that no one healed him, called the morons and stuff, and that happens like, I think, probably to pretty much every streamer who plays those games, I feel. Probably. Doesn't mean that it's good, but I feel like pretty much anyone lashing out at some point. Every burn silently delays La Chimera on release day as game lands negative reviews. I see, Steve, I see. Yeah, so this one, the first things I saw the reviews for this one, I'm like, oh, is it out already? I'm checking. Nope. I thought there was a release date. Nope, there is none, and it's not out. So yeah, it looks like the review's not looking good, so... I see, Steve, I see. Announced in Discord server for the studio that La Chimera had been delayed with no new release date in sight, but the firm had yet to address the pushback on social media via an official release. Fallen short in expectations before even hitting the market. This all-new sci-fi shooter comes from the creative minds help piece together Metro, one of the best post-apocalyptic franchises in the business. From the day it was revealed, Chimera was pegged as an ambitious shooter. Alright. What was delivered was a total disappointment. Alright. PR firm managing the review copies of the game neglected to catch up with Reburn in time to perhaps put a hold on reviews, suggesting that this was a very last-minute decision by Reburn. Visual effects subpar, gunplay cut and dry and unimpressive, voice acting animations are dated, nothing engaged me from a story perspective, simply didn't care to become immersed in La Chimera, which was ultimately revealed itself as a relatively short shooter with uninspiring mechanics that won't leave a lasting impression on me as a gamer. Oof. I guess gonna be improving, I guess they're gonna try to improve it, I don't know. I don't know how. I don't know how. Sounds like quite a lot of things, you know, need to work on. That does sound... Yeah, it did seem kind of very generic, basically. Like, nothing, you know, to be interested in, really. Like, nothing from what I've seen kind of piqued my interest, really. Like, outside of... No, like, if it'll be, like, some random team of, you know, like, literal who's, that will be just probably completely, like, past. Like, the only thing noticeable about it and, like, you know, worth kind of, you know, mentioning was that it's, like, Metro team. That's it, pretty much. I think that's pretty much why it got any attention, really, honestly. Otherwise, everyone would just pass completely. Ubisoft accused of secret data collection. Well, that's what we read before. I'd like to play alone. Ubisoft still watching you, yeah. Better days, yeah. Connect to internet. Yeah, right. That's exactly what we saw, huh? Confirmed, the Madden 26 want to be on last gen Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Damn. About time, man. After 12 years, huh? After like how many years already PlayStation 5 is out? Like since like 19 or 20? Time to actually abandon the previous gen. The sport games build differently, man. True say true, huh? Gamers are torn over Marathon's mouse aim assist settings. So they got the aim magnetism for mouse and keyboard players. Damn, son. So they decided to get aim assist. Like, instead of removing aim assist, we're gonna give aim assist to everyone, I guess. Switched on by default. Many playing close alpha reported how overpowered the feature is, huh? The hand-holding mechanic. Damn, Shroud chimed in, eh? He just removed the mouse aim assist shit. Yeah, Bungie's trying to balance between PC and consoles for crossplay, but it's only going to ruin the PC part of the game. PC players would rather improve their mechanics than have an assist. Strips the game of any real challenge, eh? Yeah, and honestly, if you play on crossplay servers with console gamers that have aim assist, then like, I guess fine, you can have it on. You go on like PC only, for example, just, you know, by default put it off so you can't even turn it on. I think that would be fair. So like, you want to play with assist, play with everyone who plays with assist, why not? You want to be like, you know, super MLG training, get good. All right, play. Maybe not even just PC only, but kind of like, you know, like competitive server, I guess, sort of, when everyone is without aim assist. Maybe that would be fair. The problem is it also kind of like, you know, like segments and splits the player base, right? So like doing some sort of matchmaking becomes harder because like, you know, you don't have like, you know, like some skill level base matchmaking. You also have like those like subcategories. This is like with aim assist, this without aim assist, you know. Resident Evil 9 teased by Capcom, a new Resident Evil 4 video. No. Wooden signs throughout the video, all of which appear to form a Roman numeral 9 while placed horizontally. I mean, I guess, could be. Don't appear just once, but rather a couple of times in different forms such as signs, nameplates, and more. Last one, however, is glaringly obvious as it appears right towards the end of the video next to RE4 logo with the words "Thank you for playing" inscribed on it. Yeah, maybe it's 11 there, dude. Huh? Summer Game Fest, I mean, could be been some time, right? So players should not expect the project until 25 or 26. Set in an island there. I mean, we'll see, I guess. Clear Obscure Expedition 33 passes major sales milestone, eh? Which one is that? It's probably like one of them. Yeah, it's 500,000 copies. I think they already went past that. Quite. A repo is the latest indie game to suffer from a success. Damn, son. Where is Zoltan? He probably would love to read that. No, people are longing for new updates, and we understand that. We hear you, and we want to assure that we are working as hard as we can to get this update out to you guys. As mentioned in the previous video, first update will take a bit longer as the huge success of Repo came upon us like a surprise. So there's a lot of admin stuff and boring stuff that we have to do behind the scenes. And of course work on the game and make sure that everything is steady and ready for release. I was also stressed jokingly that the team slept once and has been awake ever since. Suffering from success, man. Suffering from success. Oh, CMDB decided to die now. Dude, it's like... It's the roulette, basically, what I meant. Like, which of my browsers will actually open it? Sometimes Firefox works. Chrome doesn't, sometimes other way around. And right now, maybe none of them, actually. This internet here is something. It's not even like bad per se particularly, it's just kind of like, it's so random, man. Whatever, it's not like I wanted to check something specific. One moment, I'm gonna check what you guys posted in terms of news. Alright, this one. Open. Not kinda done yet, not kinda done, one moment. Alright, one sec. It's gonna open what you guys have there. And what you guys posted. Some stuff I posted also. Alright, good. There we go. The summer game fest for sure, as every year. As every year, absolutely. Absolutely. Paradox Interactive spent 10.3 billion euro acquiring Hemiman Games. Was closed early February. Acquisition price only disclosed today. Also purchased the publishing rights to Stranded Alien Dawn from Frontier Developments following the closure of the Frontier Foundry label that fueled the latter company's third-party publishing efforts. Further step in Paradox's strategic focus on growing within the management game genre, building strong internal capacity that complements the group's existing studio organization. Yeah, the surviving Mars one. Yeah, the Tropico, they did some Jack the Lions 3. That was a good one. That's a good one. And that's a good one. Crusader Kings 3 Chapter 4 set to extend the game's playable area to include China, Japan, Southeast Asia for the first time. Stellaris Season 9 fleshes out the fantasy of playing as a master geneticist. More content for Victoria Hearts of Iron. Beleaguered Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines targeting October 2025 release. There it is. There it is. It's really coming out. Yeah, like imagine if it will actually be coming out and right when the GTA is out or something. That'll be funny. Yeah, I'm not even gonna be like unblocking the no script on this one because yeah, Ubisoft is returning Might and Magic with Might and Magic Fates trading card game, and that is powered by blockchain with some NFTs and stuff. Looks like so. Yep, that's a cook, man. That's a cook. That's a skip. Now they don't really like kind of like publish it that much. FAQs. Fine, I guess. How much do I need to allow you? They got my magic card game. Wait, which one? There's the old one that is closed already. Man. Yeah, influencer, content creator, partner. Who should I contact? Then, son, it's time. It's time. Then become a pro. Well, yeah, basically you have like immutable here. So yeah, this is the company who pretty much works with Web3 stuff. So there it is, man. There it is. Come on. Did it load yet? No. How much do you need to allow you to do? This it? When Web 4, yeah. Just you wait. Just you wait. You're gonna get DLCs for Web 3 first. Come on, load in. Takes a while, alright. Wheel of Time open world RPG video game in the works from IP holders' new in-house game studio. They got the in-house their stuff. Video game based on Robert Jordan's 14-book series. Monkaes. That's a lot of books. AAA open world role-playing game. And will be developed wholly in-house. Led by Warner Brothers Games veteran Craig Alexander. 3-year development process for the game. Optimistic, optimistic. Well, I think basically it's Web 3, dude. Come on, faster. And build on the global success of Amazon Prime Video's The Wheel of Time TV series adaptation. Was that one Poga actually? Remember like when it was just out, I think it wasn't that crazy much Poga. Or is it fine now? Alright, whatever. Web3 it was, huh? With immutable as a blockchain and stuff, so... Yeah, Might and Magic... Not doing that well.